Good afternoon. I think we're live. Yes, we are. Okay, double checking. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live. My name is Barry Selby. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. I'm also a passionate champion of the divine feminine. I have to do that at the beginning of every one just to give me my full introduction, because who knows who's going to watch this later on. In case you've never seen my broadcast before, my name is Barry Selby, as I mentioned, and these are my daily Facebook Live messages, cool messages for the masculine to inspire the feminine heart. This is a daily broadcast I do. I've done for quite a while. That's why it's number 270 today. And today's topic is inspired by a conversation with a client earlier on about being in a relationship or dating. She's dating a man who's carrying some serious wounds from his past, and how challenging that is for her to be in a relationship because his wounds are in the way. So this topic today is entitled Your Past Wounds, or your past hurts, past heartbreak, past traumas won't be healed by your future relationship, or your future relationship won't cure your past pain, something like that. I wrote it in before I told, so you can look it up in the title afterwards. The point is very simple, which is your future romance is not the all-in-one, all-purpose, all-in-one, guarantee clean of every surface, if you know what I mean. Most relationships have agendas, they have behaviors, patterns, programs, beliefs about them that are not perfect. This is part of the life journey we have in a relationship. We explore things and discover things and find out things about each other. Past wounds tend to be well hidden. I did talk about this a while ago when I was talking about Barbara Angelis speaking in Agape. This is going back 4 months ago. And she shared this analogy, which I'll get to in a moment because I won't go down that path just yet. So let me start at the introduction, please, because I have this habit of jumping all over the place. My broadcasts have a range of content, so I do tend to sort of jump back and forward. So to lay out the parameters of this, to make some sense of this, if you're someone who has been destroyed in a past relationship, and I'm using that term intentionally, I did a talk on Saturday about narcissism, and that's one of the painful experiences for people who have survived that relationship, is they feel devastated. A friend of mine who I helped through that breakup, he was so ripped apart, it took him months to get back to being safe enough to date again because his heart was hurting so much from that destruction that his partner did to him. And for many people out there, that wound, not necessarily caused by a narcissist, but caused by a bad breakup, can be carried around for a long time. And unlike a cut that will heal with a little bit of Band-Aids and some Neosporin, those internal wounds, those painful experiences don't generally heal on their own. What happens is they get sealed up and contained in a little bubble, almost frozen out, like wrapped in an ice cube, or something like that. If you're human, which I trust if you're watching my broadcast you are, if you went through a relationship where you were the one wounded by that partnership, somehow in the past relationship, unless you do something consciously, intentionally, to resolve that past wound, it will be like having a knot tied around your guts energetically. And it will hurt. And the thing about it is that it will get numb over time, because what we have a habit of being as human beings is over time, we tend to find ourselves we can numb things out. If you notice that if you hold your fist really tightly for a period of time, after a minute or two, you won't feel the pain of holding it really tight. And you try this yourself at home if you want. Hold that fist really, really, really tight. You'll feel your nails digging into your palm. You'll feel the pain of it. But as time goes by, that pain will become numb. You actually lose feeling in it. The same thing is true with your emotional past. That trauma, because the fist hasn't gone away, by the way. The fist is still there, but you don't feel it anymore. Now, the problem is, you can't do anything with it. It's just sitting around, you can hit somebody with it, but you can't do any real work with it. You can't write with it. You can't type with it. So it's limited usage, and the pain is still there, but it's numb. And for many of you out there, and I went through this myself too, in past relationships, that pain, that numbness It's hiding the emotional pain that hasn't been resolved. And until you actually heal that and resolve that past hurt, it will be there like a ticking time bomb. I'm throwing lots of analogies in here. I hope that makes sense. The way, reflecting back to the analogy that Barbara D'Andrea spoke about, this is back, say, 4 months ago or thereabouts, she talks about how we, in our relationship journey, in our serious relationships and going through different patterns, is when we have breakups and we get hurt, we tend to put walls up, unconsciously, to defend ourselves, to protect that wound. It's almost like putting a sling on to protect us from being hurt by other people. It's a defense mechanism. And by putting up these, and she calls it, imagine like let me put context in the analogy. She talks about how basically our love is like an ocean, this massive, beautiful, flowing, energetic of love that just reaches out everywhere, infinitely. However, when we're wounded and hurt in past relationships, we start to create ice floes on top of that beautiful ocean of love. As time goes by, we have this sheet of ice that is covering up our love because we're protecting ourselves. Which means when we meet somebody else, we actually can't really love them because most of our love is hidden behind this big wall of ice. This protection. Again, like the numbness. Because numbness is really just this foam rubber boundary in a way between you and somebody else. You won't get hurt. Now, speaking from a psychological point of view, it makes total sense. Your wounds from the past will hurt if you reveal them again. So why would you want to do that? So of course you want to protect yourself and keep yourself safe and not reveal it. The downside, there's more than one, but one downside of that is that by keeping that stuff bottled up, you're actually holding yourself back from loving, both giving and receiving. So when you meet somebody else, and they presumably, well, this is the way it works, carry their own set of historical wounds hidden behind the boundaries and wrapping paper and ice cubes and numbness and all those things. So when you meet each other, you really are coming at each other at half power, if that. Most of yourself, most of you, most of them is contained, controlled, and bottled up. And that wounds that you carry will not make it any easier. So, to bring us up to date, if you're looking to have an amazing relationship, which I hope you are if you're single, if you're in an amazing relationship, which I hope you are if you're not single, if you have wounds, pain, suffering, hurt that's still being carried around inside yourself and you're not doing something to heal it with some help from somebody outside, because your partner's not responsible for it, so please don't put it on their plate. Doesn't matter how much they tell you they can take care of it. Don't do that. Unless you're willing to get some help outside that relationship to heal your past baggage, it will be in the way, blocking between you and that person. So your relationship will only go so far. It will never be, perhaps, as deep, as rich, as fulfilling as you really want it to be, because you can't be available to that when that stuff's in the way. I trust this is making sense. There are various modalities, methods, people, styles and ways of healing this past stuff, other than your partner. Again, not the ideal choice. I don't want to sell myself in this video, even though it's my video, I can say what I want. But I do invite you to check out people who are willing to be a support for you, to be available to you. Hi Daniel, nice to see you in my broadcast. I see a few friends in here, which is kind of nice. And if you're watching this on YouTube, this was done on Facebook Live first, which is why you can't see the comments that I can see when I'm broadcasting. Got to cover all the bases. So, if you're already in a relationship, I wouldn't say desert the relationship to go heal yourself, but what I would suggest is you let your partner know that you have some history that you need to resolve and heal that's in the way of you loving them fully. First of all, they'll appreciate that. Secondly, if you follow up and do something with that, by going and getting help from somebody like myself or somebody else who can help you, then you can be more available after that or during the journey, so your partner will be even more happy that you did this, because you'll be more available to be loved and to give love. Everybody wins. If you're single, I'm careful, I'm going to say it's maybe the best time to do the work, but if you are single, it's certainly more advantageous because there's nobody else waiting on you to heal. I'm just thinking which is more. Either way works. But if you're single and you're looking to attract an amazing relationship, to be in an amazing relationship, to find an amazing partner, all these different things, unless you can be, okay, it's going to come out this way, unless you can be amazing, meaning totally real, authentic, transparent, heart open without any restrictions, any wounds, any damage, any band-aids, then, how did I set the sentence up? Did I say it the right way? Let me try that one again. If you're looking for an amazing, here we go. If you're looking to attract an amazing relationship, a powerful, dynamic, incredible relationship, either attract it, pursue it, however, whichever modality you're in, and you can do that without having anything in the way of you opening your heart fully, then absolutely go for it. I highly encourage it. I have tools I can help you with. I have programs. My book will help you. All these things will help you wonderfully. If, however, you know, and you'll know, that you've got some history stuck in there that's basically blocking your heart from opening up, so the light is being covered up by a lampshade, which is your wound, your history, your hurt. Yet another analogy, okay? I highly recommend that you do something radical, which is you don't just go on the dating sites and dating apps and swipe and see what shows up, but you take care of yourself first. Seek out help, guidance, facilitation from somebody who knows how to help you, hint, hint, to really get clear about what's in the way of you attracting the right relationship. To heal that past baggage once and for all, because it will keep coming up unless you do something about it. And by so doing, you will become free. Your heart can be fully open, because when your heart is basically rusted shut, contained, controlled, and embedded underneath all that protection, you cannot love properly. Just to be clear about this, your love is being restricted from you and for you. You can't love somebody else unless you are healed and whole. And their love won't heal you. There's, as much as the romantic fantasy is that that person's love will come to you and you'll feel so much more full and whole and you'll be healed and you'll be okay. Sorry, let's be real about it. I know I'm romantic, I can say this. It won't work. You have an opportunity when you're single to do the real work. And to do that real work means you learn to love yourself fully. And part of that is by doing the work internally to heal your heart, the wounds, making peace with your past, the forgiveness, the gratitude, the compassion, and the reality change that happens when you do that. You'll be more in love with who you are as well. And by being that way, you become more attractive to your future mate. See, it always for your good. So, and thank you for that, Dan. Yes, I believe it to be true too, so thank you for the confirmation. Truly, 90% of people in the relationship arena, dating, checking out people, mating, all these different things, haven't got a clue about this. And their love life is pretty much going to fall apart. They can fake it to a certain degree, but instead of 100% available energy, 100% available love to express and connect with their partner on both sides, it's 10%. So the quality of relationship is really limited. If you want a fully expressive relationship, first of all, before you even go on dates, you're going to need to make sure that you take that 10% that's open and do the rest of the 90% healing to open it up fully so you can express your love fully. And then when you're at that place, being whole, being complete, being available to love yourself fully and love somebody else fully, then you'll be able to seek out, and you'll know when you see them, somebody else who's done the same thing. Because the other part of this is also, when you're fully loving, expressing, it's not your job to fix somebody else either. Just because you now know to heal and be whole doesn't mean you can go fix somebody else. It's their journey. And again, when you're single, is the best time to heal that wounds, that stack of wounds, so that you can be fully whole, healthy, and available to love. It sounds simple, and really, in a lot of ways, it is simple. It's not always easy, though. That's why it's good to get help. Okay, that came up. We've got to talk about it. So, in my own history, I have had, as well as given, wounds. I have made mistakes in love, and I've also had hurt and wound from love. I sought out the teachers, the counselors, the guides that I needed to heal, be whole and healthy myself. That's part of what I did in my journey to become who I am in my work, is to do the work on myself. But getting help from other people, I learnt big time from great teachers, which is why I love to give back to those people who are learning from me, that I can help them be more whole as well, because some of my work, some of my mission is to help those with hurt hearts become whole again. Some of my greatest, not success, wrong word, but my greatest fulfillment, that's a better word, is seeing people who were wounded be whole, seeing people whose hearts were hurt become strong, confident, open, and loving. That just makes my heart sing. So yes, it's selfish. I do this for me, not for you. Kidding. But the thing is, I do love what I do, because the more loving on the planet, the more healing of the wounds, the more available you are to have the love you really want, the better the world's going to be. So I've got a mission going on here, and I can use your help. If you're carrying wounds, come find me. I'll help you with that. But I hope this makes sense to you. I think I've hammered this point home using that fist. So you get the point. If you're still carrying that numbness around, because that's a clue, by the way, if you're feeling numb inside, it's usually covering up something inside that's wounded and hurt and very deeply painful that you couldn't deal with at the time. It may be time to heal it once and for all. So get the help you need, whether it's with me or somebody else. Find someone you can trust. Find someone who knows how to be in that place, and find someone whose heart you can trust, so you can let them guide you to wholeness. And then you can then look at being in a healthy relationship yourself. I'm a coach that helps my clients attract a major relationship, but part of that work, as I'm just telling you now, as we had known before, is helping them heal their hearts so they can be more whole and able to attract what they really want. That, to me, is part of the picture that most people don't talk about. But I'm talking about it now. Well, it's not the first time I talked about it, but I think you may get my point. So if you have questions about this, if you're concerned yourself, if you have challenged yourself in learning how to love yourself because you're carrying that numbness inside because there's wounds inside you haven't healed, do yourself a favor and get the help you want, that you desire. And reach out to me if you wish too. My passion, my love of your, how can I say this? My calling is to help you with that if that's what's in the way. But truly, when you love yourself and you really honor who you are, your heart can heal, you can become more available to love and attract a relationship that honors who you really are. That's the power of this, and that also is the promise of this work. And with that, I think I can wrap this up, because I've drilled this point home several times now. I think you got my message. And oh yeah, I've got a client call in 10 minutes. It's a busy day today. Thank you for watching my broadcast. If you haven't seen my broadcast before, these are my daily Facebook Lives called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. Number 270. Thank you, Morgan. I really appreciate that. It's my gift, my service, my love, and thank you for that feedback. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yes, these broadcasts are available to you to watch anytime you want. They're on my business page on Facebook, which is barryselby.author, because that's the page where I put everything, but don't actually put my other stuff on there. That makes sense. Also my website, which is barryselby.com. You click on the video blog for now. I might switch that around later on, but you can find them all there listed from newest to oldest. This will be joining them soon. And to do that, I put them on YouTube first. So you can go to YouTube and watch them on my YouTube channel, which is Barry Selby. And the playlist is Messages to the Masculine. And again, if you're looking for help in this area of love and relationships, please reach out to me. If you have questions or thoughts about this broadcast, please put them below and I will answer them. If you want to get some help, go to my website, click on the Let's Chat navigation choice, and let's chat. As always, please take care of yourself. This is one of the biggest lessons possibly, one of the biggest opportunities. Please love yourself, appreciate yourself, take care of yourself now. From that place you can love other people, and from that place you can be whole. Take care. I will see you again tomorrow.